Okay, this is a video about how to find content when you're being a writer, a professional blogger, or you're just trying to build SEO traffic. When you're trying to build SEO traffic, one of the ways of doing it is to have a constant supply of content, which you already know if you're one of my clients working with SEO. So what becomes difficult is sometimes you're trying to meet a quota for the week or something like that, and you just don't know what to write about, and you're just having a block. As someone who writes a lot and does a lot of copywriting, I try to find so many tools to help me not have to be creative and not have to think, uh, just not have to think. So this is one of the tools I use. Is I use Yahoo Answers. So I go there, click on this. So here we are. So once we get here, what I do is I get my keyword list that I'm using to build my SEO traffic. So let's take this one, this list. This list, let me just choose the top one here, digestion time. That has a demand over 1,000. The greater the demand, the better this technique is going to use. So what you do is you go to Yahoo Answers and you see where it says Ask, Answer, Discover. Go ahead and click here where it says Browse Resolve Questions. It's taking a long time. Okay, so type in the keyword here, digestion time. Click here. Okay, so here you can see what other people asked as questions. Okay, so on the left here it says refine search, all Q&A category. There's different categories. All English questions, all questions, open questions, questions in voting, tied questions, resolved questions. So that can help narrow it down or give you different ideas. Number of answers, no answers, any number of answers. I like to look for a lot of answers. So I just make sure that it's not no answers. I look at, 4 to 10 answers. Let's try that. Date submitted, last 24 hours. That's fine. I mean, I'm just going to put any time. So I click apply. Okay, so what we have here is we have these questions that people asked in Yahoo Answers. Digestion time, what is the normal average time for digestion? What time of day is it best to take digestion supplement? What is the average time for digestion? So on and so forth. So these are all questions that use that keyword. So one of the things you could look for is look for where it says, you see where it says 5 answers, 4 answers, 4 answers, 5 answers 3 years ago, so on and so forth. Or we can click here, most answers. How long does it take to digest gum? Okay, what is your feeding system? Okay, so this is a little bit less relevant, so I'm just going to skip that and go back to relevance. That way we have our keyword in there. So I look for the ones which have a lot of answers because it just gives me more ideas. On average, how long does it take for the following foods to digest? Okay, so this one may not be very helpful for what I'm going to write about. So I go back. What is the normal time for average time for digestion? So I click on this. So there's the question again. In other words, from the moment you swallow some food, what is the average time before it is ahem, ready to come out at the other end? Best answer. Other answers. Okay, so it gives you different what people are saying. So I kind of like to go here because I like to see what people say. It gives me more content information. Like I can go to the blog post and use this as the title. What is the normal average time for digestion? And then I can say this is what most people think or believe about something, and I can write a contrary post, or I can write a supporting post. I can write a contrary post saying this is what most people believe. It's actually incorrect. There's actually a little bit more to it. Or I can write a supporting post saying this is what most people believe, and it's actually not a myth. It's actually true. Here's some of the facts, and then I give some facts about that. So what I'll do is I will go to my post that I want to write about, and just like the formula I was showing you before in writing a blog post that's good for SEO, you type in the keyword digestion time, colon, and then I copy and paste the keyword. Sorry, the question. So there we go. Now I have a title for a blog post. This gives me a lot of security because one, I know it's a real question that is asked, and number two, I can see that it has garnered some kind of response, and people have answered the questions, and I have some content to write about. Let me go over another example just to give you some different ways of looking at this. So here's another keyword list. This is the green beauty keyword list. So let me show you what happens when you use a lower demand keyword, or yeah, lower demand. So here it says green tea beauty. So we're going to try that. Green tea beauty. Okay, so here it's actually not bad. There's definitely a lot of questions asked. Usually when, oh no, actually, yeah, here it's actually starting to become just about green tea, not less about green tea beauty. The higher the demand, the more you're going to see that the actual keyword showing up in all the questions. And I'll show you what a really high demand keyword looks like. But basically here, so what is the difference between green tea and tea tree titled beauty products? So that's a really uh, clear and definitive question. I think that's kind of cool. I am so confused about tea tree and green. Are they the same in beauty range? If no, then what is the difference? This right here, just copy and paste this into your blog post. Okay, look at the best answer. Clearly, green tea and tea tree are different. Do you see the word tree? Green tea. Green tea is made from tea leaves. Tea tree is made from tree oil. Thick O. Okay, kind of a rude answer, but you can actually write a blog post to even comment about that answer. You can just write about the fact that you saw this question and you want to write about it and how this person was so rude. Um, and here's some other answers that seem a little bit better. Here it says, it is not allowed to be gay in Islam, my brother. Okay, whatever. But anyway, the point is that here is a here is fodder that you can use to write blog posts. Um, what you can actually do in a case like this to write a really good blog post is open up a new window, and let me just copy this, and I'm going to do a Google search. So there's the Yahoo question that we were just looking at. So live strong, difference between green oolong tea. Well, let's try this one. It's also Yahoo Answers, but it's in a different place. Essential oils. What is the difference between green tea and tea tree? Is it the same plants? No, laugh out loud. I know what green tea is today. I saw green tea essential oil at Atkins food store. Anyway, so there's more information here. But the point I was trying to make is that you can start to do some research, do some quick research about what that means. So this search didn't really help. So like I know what green tea is, but I actually don't know what tea tree is. So let me take this out and let me do a search. Tea tree products, or let me just write in what is tea tree. There you go. So now here's information I can learn about what tea tree is, and this will help me write about my blog post. I can also, in my blog post, I can write about it, I can paraphrase this, and then I can say, if you want to learn, I can just say in my blog post that I paraphrased what Kathy Wong wrote about in her article, and then I give the link. I give this link in my blog post. So now I'm giving the reader some more resources to go to. So every blog post and your entire site as a whole, you should look at it as a hub. But anyway, this is just an idea, this is just an example of how you can find content.